Oh, I am an indecisive person. You go ahead and choose. Quite a familiar statement, right? That's because quite often we hear people say this. While this may work perfectly fine when you're confused between which cuisines to choose for lunch, this indecisiveness will turn into a complete nightmare when it comes to life or corporate decisions. Way too many people are in a constant state of fix because both the options seems to be too tempting. The fear of losing out on one of these options should not keep you away from making a decision. If you're confused between getting promoted in the same company or going for a better role and height in another company, that's perfectly normal. However, losing opportunities at the cost of indecisiveness can be detrimental to the company. Based on an article posted on Forbes, it was stated that leaders who were identified as having high potential scored 10 percentile higher on decisiveness. It's about time you decide which side of the leaderboard you want to be on. How many times it has happened that in a board meeting the host has asked you for suggestions and you kept yourself hung up on should you or shouldn't you talk, and by the time you realize, the time and the opportunity was lost. So before you miss out on that next promotion, on that next foreign trip, or maybe something more, here are few tips that you can follow and rise and shine. Number 1, identify the core problem. It is said that solution isn't the most difficult part of any problem. Identifying the problem is the key to the solution. So today, take a step back. Identify what is the real question. What problem are you addressing? Go deeper with your questions. Go deeper with the whys and hows. Number 2, lay out your options. Once you have identified the problem, you might have a host of solutions which is ready to confuse and derail you from your train of thoughts. Just list these down, as many options as you have. And as you do this, you will realize that you will narrow down on the number of choices. Number 3, prioritize your objective. Every time you have a conflicting train of thoughts, come back to your core objective. What is it that you're looking to gain out of the solution? How is it that you're going to feel? Prioritize and know what values and factors you're going to gain out of these. Number 4, pros and cons. Once you know exactly what you're looking for, it's time to evaluate your solutions. List down every pro and con empathetically and clearly. Be aware of the consequences of your solution and the fact that these consequences are in tandem with your expectations. Pros and cons might sound a little bookish or corny, but they do work. It is one of the most effective ways of getting a step closer to the solution. Number 5, take your pick and trust the process. Once you took your pick, indecisiveness can kick in if and only if the process wasn't thorough. However, if you have exercised all the steps that I just mentioned, the process is extremely thorough. Any decision that is an outcome of a thorough, well-defined and a detailed process simply can't be argued with. Every time you're conflicted with the headache of these big, bulky decisions, just follow these 5 steps. Write it down if you have to and see the ease with which the decision flows. In coming videos, we will talk about few quick tips and tricks to make decision making easier from this point forward. Till then, you tried your way, now try mine.